on, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is what day? What time is it? It's Women Rock Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. Uh, um, this the day that we celebrate women. We celebrate you anyway, but this the day that women come first in everything that we do on the show. And today, our starting five, the women that our starting five. Let me take a look at them. Some of the usual suspects. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me take a look. And we every day we acknowledge the first five people who sign up to the Chop Shop feed. And but today it's only women. And hold up, let me lower that a little bit so I won't mess y'all up. And today we got Mindy Collins, Dale Griggs, we got Sonia Billingsley, we got Kim Jackson, we got Karen Thomas. Boy, that's a good group there. I like that group. I like that group. Then our six, I think, I don't, sixth woman of the day, I think it's Marquessa Charles. And let's, D Holcomb. I don't know if you're male or female, uh, but let me know if you're male or female. I don't know. I don't know that one on YouTube. I know we got Angie Holcomb on the Facebook, but I don't know if that's the same lady or not. But we got Marquessa Charles with the Avis budget rental car. And hold up, but I'm gonna shout out to all my girls though. Oh, there go Brandy. I was where Brandy was. Brandon Nicholson in the building. Let me see. Arnetta Jackson is in the building. Who else we got? Who else we got? Okay, that's all the women. Y'all share the show right quick. Let's share the show. Got some stuff I want to share with you. We're gonna talk about a lot of things today. We're gonna talk about you, girl. Let's see. I want to get a dialogue about the Sage Steele stuff. I mean, it's just so many things that I got to unpack. I'm not here to bash. I'm just trying to find out how people think the way she think, and I like to do that. What else we got? Okay, I got okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking at the time. Yankees done and won. Yes, 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 yes. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. But I want to. It's Women Rock Wednesday. I want to shout out and a happy birthday to Fannie Lou Hamer. Hamer, we will forever remember you for your tenacity, your brilliance, and your strength. We honor you today, Miss Fannie Lou Hamer. Hamer, unbelievable woman. Um, uh, I mean, I'm gonna play some excerpts from her a little bit later, in case you don't know. But let's share the show right quick. I've already done it. I'm gonna give you a second to share the show. I'm gonna I'm gonna find some of Fanny's stuff right quick. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see, old fan. I love old fan Lou Hamer. Here we go. Hold on.
This lead me to say, you know, all of the burning and bombing that was done to us and the houses, nobody never said too much about that, and nothing was done. But let something be burned, by a black man, and then, my God, you see, the flag is drenched with our blood. Because, you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted.
I'm gonna play some more throughout. That's Fanny. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to Ivan Pettit, a senior. And shout out to former Cy Ranch guard Dee Dee Richards of the New York Liberty. She was named to the WNBA's All-Rookie team after filling up the stat sheet. First among rookies in three-point percentage, second in games, 31 games. The three-point percentage was 45.5%. Field goal percentage, 42.1%. Steals of 17, third in assists, 25 total minutes, 46, and in blocks. She got 5 blocks. Shout out to her. Oh yeah, shout out to her. She off the chain. I mean, the young girl who, if y'all remember, got in, had a collision with her teammate in practice. She played at Baylor. Got in, you know, collision with her teammate and was paralyzed, temporarily paralyzed, and had to work herself back to strength. And now she's on the all rookie team with the New York Liberty. And the New York Liberty is full of stars on that team, and for her to be a rookie and be able to do all of that, shout out to that's one of our own. It's one of our own. A little shout out to her. Um, I mean, it just happened a minute ago. All your Patriot fans, where your Patriot fans? They cut Stephon Gilmore, one of the top corners in the league. He wasn't gonna, it's his last year of his contract. He wasn't gonna take no pay cut. I don't blame him. You don't, don't take no pay cut, and I like that about him. So they cut him. Let's see where he would end up. One of the best corners in the league. But New England has a history. Oh, okay. Thank you, D. Holcomb. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I got you. Uh, Carvin and Stephanie. I love Carvin and Stephanie Holcomb. Thank you, D. But it was talking about this morning how you paying great money to good players, and something is happening in this league, in these leagues. Like right now, Zeke is overpaid, but with the help of Pollard not being able to pay, Pollard is on a rookie deal, so that tandem don't hurt the salary cap. Hey, Miss Stewart. So it's just a lot of stuff going on out here. Let me see. Memphis Grizzlies game got called off last night due to a fire alarm. A fire alarm issue. It wouldn't go off, and it kept on. They just stopped the game. And by the way, that kid, what's his name? Ja Morant. Boy, I'm getting old. Ja Morant was scorching it because they said he set the fire alarm off because he was so hot that night. And then got some sad stuff to share with y'all. The police are responding to school shooting in Timberview, school in Arlington. Out there in Arlington, we got a lot of friends in Arlington, so I just want to, hope everybody's safe out there. How about those Chicago Bulls? Somebody said. That is Moody. What about them? What they do? That is Moody. That is Moody. Let us know. How about the Cow? Let us know what they did. I ain't heard no news about the Chicago Bulls. Yeah. Let's pray for the students and their families at Timber. There you go. Couple of students was shot, and a teacher as well. Man, what is this world coming to, man? That almost a preseason game. That is Moody. That is Moody. That is Moody. A preseason game. Okay. All right. The Rockies won last night. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how I've been talking about them Rockies. How I don't like them. I kind of like Jalen Green. Well, I liked him. I like Kevin Porter Jr. Y'all was cheering for this team last night. I could not believe it. I taped the game. I'm serious. I was watching the Houston Rockets. Many what I said. I did not come on this show and said I was not going to cheer for them at all. But man, yeah. Oh, he going to the Panthers already. Melvin Dews. Melvin Dews. Is he going to the Panthers or not? Don't just say that. I haven't seen that. Melvin Dews said he going to the Panthers. I did. Yeah, Sonya, but it's preseason, Sonya. So don't get excited. But listen, I enjoy watching them. Last year when James left, I didn't watch him no more. I enjoyed watching him last night, man. I really did. They can't shoot no free throws, but I enjoyed watching. Hatter, I know I'm late, but I'm on Texas Southern website, and they won by 69-0 on the website. Read school they played. Yeah. Hey, Jameson, they played North American University, James, and yeah, they won. Yeah, they won. Good morning, Reginald Simpson. Y'all know it's Women Rock Wednesday, y'all. But hey, y'all help me with this. Because we're going to get to Sage Steele in a second. But now, you know what? I ain't going to go there. I'm not going to go to this place. I was about to go to this place. I'll go to this place later. Let's talk about Miss Sage Steele. Where you want to go? What's somebody's first comment? And in case you've been on a rock and don't know who she is, she's an ESPN commentator that I really never liked. I mean, something about her I never liked. And y'all remember when the Super Bowl was here? I was invited to this party, right? Private party at Brennan's downtown. When I tell you, you know, it was nice. I forgot who gave it, but I was invited. And I promise you, man, I wanted to meet her. Hey, Josephine, I really wanted to meet her. But somebody said something to me. I'm not going to tell you what they said to me. And I shouldn't have did that. But that's this person I trust and works with her. He said, man, don't go with him. Don't go. We ain't even going over there. You know, because I had a guy that was with me that works with her. He said, man, we ain't gonna go over there. She ain't, I can't tell you what they said about her. I mean, and I never went over there to talk to her. But that has been etched in my mind. So when this stuff happened to her on TV, when she said this stuff about Obama and stuff like this, I just did. I didn't like. And in case you haven't seen it, I got a couple of clips because I'm glad the women, y'all share the show because I need y'all. I want to hear y'all. What do we do with people like this? Hold on. Let me. I'm trying to see where the first one at? Got to find it. Okay. I got it. Okay. Hit the first one that bothered me.
When you fill out your census, I'm like, well, I don't know when the last time I filled out my census was, but if they make you choose a race, she's like, what are you going to put? I go, well, both. She's like, well, you can't. She goes, well, what about Barack Obama chose black and he's biracial? I'm like, well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I go, I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you. I'm going to do me.
Why she have to say that? She said that with a little vitriol in it, y'all. Why she had to say that? And it's funny to me. She getting all the publicity, but do y'all know that guy sitting next to her who she was on, who went to Vanderbilt? I've always thought was always thought was a little different. That's Jake Cutler, former NFL quarterback. That's what she said. I mean, I was gonna read that stuff, but I got to go back. I'm always going to give you some context. I got to go back. Hold on. I got some. Let me see. I got some. This is the same girl, right? Watch this.
Hatred. Do you have to have hatred to succeed in this sport? Because here's the thing. He's a really nice guy behind the scenes. But, I mean, do you have to hate your opponents to win?
Can I touch your hair? Can I feel? I love your hair, by the way.
Random.
That has never happened before, because everybody that's sitting in this chair is thinking it. I can assure you. That's real hair, people, and it's very soft, I might add. What is the question about...
Did y'all see that? I'm telling you, I'm just putting this in context. Kim, I want y'all to... Hey, Kim, listen to me. There is no wrong answers today. I'm just trying to grasp this stuff. Y'all know, see how long I took to talk about it? Rick, hold up, Rick Brown, I'm not through. Y'all check this out. Robert Hatter, you ought to cut this out.
And I'm like, I get it. Like, we all have opinions.
You're the Candace Owens of ESPN, is what...
Wait, where did you read that?
I forget where I read it, but it made me laugh.
Wow. I respect the hell out of Candace Owens.
So do I.
And yeah.
If y'all don't know who Candace Owens is, go Google her. If y'all been watching this show for a while, I don't like to talk about it that much, but she was happy that somebody called her the Candace Owens. Candace Owens, one of them little young girls who had her head stuck up in 45s behind for 4 years and rode his coattail. And he dropped her like a hot potato. No, I'm not going to go there. Hold on. I'm not through. I'm not. What they say? I'm not done. Monte, I don't know what's going on out here with this girl, but when her co-worker I was with at this party for at the Super Bowl, they said, Robert, you don't want to meet her. They know who I am. They say, you don't want to meet her. Because I wanted to meet her. I said, Rob, no. So, okay. Thank you. Monte, you hit it, girl. She said, that's not a compliment, man. Hey, y'all. She is very special. Listen, I'm just giving y'all facts. I'm not telling you about how you feel about it. I just want to know. Hold on. Then it's Women Rock Wednesday. I had to play this for my girls. This is what she said about the women that work at ESPN.
This is what it. Here's the thing: there is a fine line, and I handled it. Like I didn't get anybody's because that's not my person. It wasn't my personality then. I might now a little more, but I do think as women we need to be responsible as well. It isn't just on players and athletes and coaches to act a certain way. I mean, I've had talks with young women who would come in and they'd intern with me, with our channel, or just other women who reach out to me now. And I've said to a couple of them, they're like, well, would you look at my tape? Would you do this? And I've said, listen, I would love to, but the way that you present yourself is not something I want to be associated with. Yeah. So when you dress like that, I'm not saying you deserve the gross comments, but you know what you're doing when you're putting that outfit on too. Yeah. Like women are smart. So don't play coy and put it all on the guys and again, I'm not saying anybody deserves anything. Yes. But we need to be responsible as women too, because we know what we're doing when we put certain things on and then return a certain text. Or you expect somebody's not going to see you if you go to dinner with this guy? Like, that's on us.
Hey, women! Women Rock Wednesday! Is that true? Y'all know what y'all be doing? When y'all had them twins out? When y'all had in a split? When y'all wear them Lululemons? Women, I'm asking y'all now. Because y'all are smart. I tell you, I love that. Hey, the favorite people in Robert Hatter's life are the women in his life and the women around him. My sister-in-law is on, but I don't even like to call her. So she was married to my brother, so she was like my sister. She's on his feed. My sister. I had 5 sisters, y'all. Then I had sister-in-laws who happened to become my sisters. Then I got this wonderful daughter. Let me tell y'all something. And I can't wait to get off the call. I didn't even talk to my daughter about this. I can't wait to talk to her. I wish she was watching. She's probably somewhere busy right now. But y'all help me. Arnetta, do y'all know what y'all doing? Do women? You remember, I read y'all a lady's text, a lady's Facebook post, and it was public, so I didn't call her name, where she was talking about guys coming into her DMs, a direct messaging, and guys coming into her direct messaging and asking her about, hey, boo, and trying to hook up. And the guys were married. And she said, all right, now, I'm going to give you a fair warning. You do that again, I'm going to post it. So I'm talking about it. Say still. If she got something, y'all help me. Hold on. I got more about Sage Steele. Hold on. Check this out.
What's it for?
Well, I got my shot today. So the fact that I get to be on Jay Cutler's Uncut podcast today, like this is such a momentous day in my life. Where you don't even know what's in here because I'm so mad. Listen,
September 13th. I mean, you took it a long way.
I did. I didn't want to do it, but I work for a company that mandates it, and I had until September 30th to get it done, or I'm out.
What's the Band-Aid for?
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna bring you in, Jimbo. Jimbo, we talking about your homegirl. Jimmy, was she at the party when we was at the ESPN party? Did you see it? But Jimmy, somebody, I can't call their name out, but somebody told me, Robert, you don't want to meet her. Because I was at a party the night before with her, Jimmy, an intimate party. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to meet her. You know, because I didn't know no better. I didn't know. She had a white husband who left her, and she got to pay him child support. I hope that ain't messy, but y'all, it's all over the news. It's all over the information. He left her, dropped her like a hot potato. But Jimmy, this woman's something else. So somebody said, Robert, this Sage Steele now. This is her right now. Jimmy, I'm glad you're here because I got to take a break. Check this out.
Help me. Somebody. Help me. Help me. Please. Help me. Anegra. Anegra. Help me. Help me, God. I need help. I need food. Help me. Help me. I'm scared. Help me.
Jimmy, she said she need food and her husband. She did. Jimmy, let me tell you something. Somebody wrong for sending me that. And I told him I'd play it this morning. But Jimmy, we're talking about your homegirl. And Jimmy, I'm just trying to get some dialogue. It's Women Rock Wednesday, and I got women on this show. Y'all share the show. I'm just trying to figure out what makes this girl that everybody at ESPN that I know, Jimmy, they let her sit over in the corner in the lunchroom. Don't nobody let her sit at the table. You follow me? So, welcome to the show, man. I just had to share that with you. I'm gonna take a quick break. You can, and I'm gonna come right back.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sage Steele. She, come on, man. You guys, if you paid attention, you could tell. Come on, y'all know. Y'all could tell. Obviously, y'all ain't paying attention to what and how these people are talking when they're on their ass. Obviously, you ain't. If you pay attention, you can tell. And Sage Steele, just that in due time, just like in other words, when Jemele Hill was with ESPN, many of y'all never met her in their life, but you probably could tell that Jemele, if y'all ever met into a setting outside of work or at happy hour, that she would keep it, that she could probably keep it real. What you see with Sage, you didn't get that same vibe. That don't mean she's not, this or that. It's just that you could tell she was Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and she's been that. People knew that. It is what it is with her. I'm just, it's, and yeah, Mark L would say Jemele is a real one. He's on the YouTube Boom Boom Room, and yeah, Jemele is what you see there is what you get there. When you see it off, there's a lot of people, what you see, don't get it twisted. It's not what you get. Don't get it twisted now. If you guys see Chris Walker on working with one of those live games on CBS, Chris Walker, some people may not know. He may not be able to tell that Chris Walker is If you see him outside of the network, Chris Walker, but at the same time, you might see, if you notice some things about certain people, if you're paying attention, if it means that much, then you probably can get a hint to where you can see some people at. If you bump into some people, you wouldn't be surprised. Say, for example, the other week, I went to one of the guys, one of my guys would rap a lot. They had a birthday party and went over there and to support him. And, and that was a popular news anchor from Houston. That was a brother. And he tapped me on the shoulder, Hicks. And I look around. It wasn't like, what you doing here? Because we'd already made a lap or two together. So I know he has the capability. But if people that watched him on TV would be like, probably saw him in there, was like, what the hell is he doing in faces? You know what I'm saying? He don't, I mean, sometimes so just my point is, tomorrow is, be careful on the pedestals that you place some of these people on, because they are people before, during, and after they started working in these capacities. That's all. That's all.
But Jimmy, I know you're a person, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that about Sage Steele. I'm glad you did, because I said I wanted to meet her. I'm thinking,
because you look. Don't understand, Hal. You went straight up, and she got her hair in a certain type of style. You went okay. Then you look straight down, and she had the proportion of the calves was just like you, and you went like one of them. She turned into a big old. Remember cartoons, guys, when they would see something on cartoons and the eyes would come out the head, and it make that noise. Y'all, one of y'all type the noise it makes. Sometimes, and that's what Hal did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But you know what, y'all?
2 times, clicked the heels, and tried to bring Dorothy ass clean to the wheels.
But Jimmy, the problem I had, she could say whatever she want, but I don't like her saying when she had to mention Obama. See, all of those people on the right, anytime they got something negative to say, they always, anytime 45 want to say something crazy, always got to mention Obama. Obama ain't been president in 2 terms. But so she got those talking points. So instead of her just saying, well, I put white on my, I put white on mine because that's what I identify as. Why she got to put black? Oh, they talking about Obama put black, and that's fascinating. His dad has nowhere to be found. Why you talking about that man like that? See, y'all talk about all that. I got a problem with that, man. When you calling Obama's choice of identity as black fascinating, come on, woman. She
subscribed to the birther indirectly. She subscribed to the birther issue, which has been far gone removed and dispelled. Because there was no factuals that you can go and put out there, and they've dispelled that. They counted that. But once again, just like you have some people would subscribe to that live and that to the voting fraud allegations, which has been proven just in Arizona just a week and a half ago. Arizona, you realize they spent like what it was, a crazy number, like what it was, $60 million in investigating this stuff, and only to find out that the people that was cheating, the majority of them that had fit the fraud, was the ones that gave the president that lost, gave him votes. How about that? You investigating it, and you just, oh man, it's crazy.
Jimmy, we know they lie. We know the news lie. But Jimmy, But ESPN has acted a little bit. They didn't do her like they did Jamel. They told Jamel, pack your shit and get. So they this is what they did. They said they tried to put out that she's COVID. She got tested positive for COVID. She had to take the COVID test. Then they said she will not appear in the ESPN Women Summit on ESPN this week. It's a big ESPN Women's Summit going on that she was scheduled to appear, they not gonna let her do that. But I mean, it's just interesting, man. I mean, it ain't no big deal. It's just I just want to wake people. Sometimes you just got to wake people up and understand, man. It's too hard out here, Jimmy, for us to have. See, we got people. Well, you remember what I used to say, Jimmy? Everybody your color ain't your kind. Everybody your color is not your kind. We got some of them y'all in our camp now. I'm just letting you know. That's what I want to let people know. We got the enemy, some of the enemies in our camp. But just wanted to share that with you. What else you got, Jimmy?
Well, I mean, now we shift gears and talk some hoops. Of course, National Basketball Association preseason has tipped off, and you know, I didn't even realize they had a game live on TV last night. I was getting ready to. I was just flipping through, and I'm looking at the thing to see if I needed to tape something last night that I didn't have scheduled to tape, and it was like a game. I'm like, wow, a preseason game on, and we ducked on out because what we did last night, we kind of shifted gears on date night, which is normally on Wednesday, but Sandra, she's not eating anything after 8 o'clock at night now. And so I have to speak at the Houston Area Basketball Coaches Association annual clinic, which I do. I always either I speak or I introduce the college speaker. And I'll be doing that tonight, preceding Alvin Brooks Jr., which is the head coach of Lamar University. So he's going to be the keynote speaker. They have a clinic. He'll get there and do some, do some chalkboard type stuff with the high school coaches and show them. They give them a few tips that can possibly increase their odds of having a very successful season. So I always look forward to doing that. Shout out to, we call it HAPCA, Houston Area Basketball Coaches Association, and so last night we shifted it and did date night last night. So that's how I miss the Yankees getting their ass whooped. Come to find, that's good. Good news on that. I purposely wore the Yankees colors today because I know this is a funeral, Heather. You got your black on. That's cool. It's a funeral. The Yankees. How about that? How about that Yankees, Heather? How about where's Chris Walker when the Yankees lose? He want to come in the Cowboys. Beep Chris Walker. Remember, I took you back to the old school. Don't call him. Don't text him. Beep him. Beep him, Heather. Hit him on his beeper. And get him up in there so we can talk about these Yankees. When they play again. I need some mothballs. Anybody got some mothballs in the chat? If you got some mothballs, put a screenshot of a mothballs on there so we can show what color the Yankees gonna get. I told you the guys that there's one.
How about them White Sox? How about them Chicago White Sox?
Name me one player on the White Sox team.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you not. One. I can't
say. Listen. You know what's so funny? And I said it. Remember when the season started, man? The season started. And you guys have to understand. Just go back. The Astros took so much flack. Everybody, when the season started, we ain't gonna go back to the COVID year. When the season started, people were giving them the blues.
I wonder why.
Understand?
I wonder why.
You wonder why?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you do. Google Yankees and put cheating behind it, and watch what comes up.
Let's talk about the Astros.
Google Boston and put cheating behind it, and watch what comes up on your
Google.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jimmy. Let's talk about the subject at hand.
Yes, the subject at hand is those teams. Remember, we remembering the Dodgers were one of them. They played tonight. That were on the forefront, meaning the multitude of players who were sitting there and just pointing fingers and laughing and mocking the Astros. Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, Oakland A's.
Whoa.
Those were four.
Can I interject something here, Jim? Can I interject something in? Y'all the one sitting that sorry ass pitcher who got his head tore off. He came from the Astros. They gave him, the Astros sent sorry ass Garrett Cole, whatever his name is, Garrett Cole, up to the Yankees to lose that game yesterday. Man, them Astros, oh my goodness. Only thing I like about the Astros is Dusty Baker. Now,
we didn't send him up there.
Yes,
Remember
y'all
last
did.
year? Let me refresh your memory. We're in the division series. Dusty Baker decided not to put Garrett Cole in a defining game. He could have put him in as a reliever and brought him on out the pen, and he decided not to. We knew we probably was going to lose Garrett Cole anyway, but that was the dagger. Garrett Cole, immediately after the game, he basically distanced himself from the organization at that very moment.
I got a question.
So guess what? And
I got a question. What was the team that Garrett Cole played on before we went to the Yankees? What's the name of that team? What's the name? Astros. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about before that. What you meant before that?
I said before he played for the Yankees this year. He played for the Astros. So the Astros, they planted that. That's the why. Hey, Jimmy, hear my conspiracy theory. That's why the man took him out the game. So they know 2 years later he was gonna go up there and get that $300 million and blow the game for him. That's my conspiracy. Since y'all got some conspiracy theories about everything, listen to me, y'all. That is misinformation. I'm admitting that's misinformation. Yeah.
So let's get this straight. The Yankees just swept the Red Sox about a week ago. The Yankees went and made monster deals at midseason at the All-Star break, right? The Yankees probably have more All-Stars than in the lineup than any other team in baseball, possibly in the American League side of the fence, right? That's been an All-Star, not necessarily this year, but that's been an All-Star. This team was constructed for the now. This team, and they go and they fumble, don't even make it to out of the wild card. Not only did Hatter, remember they were in total control. Remember that. They came within the last day, scoring in the last inning to win 1-0 over. Remember Springer? They played against Springer and the Toronto Blue Jays. Beat them 1-0 to get into the playoffs. Didn't get into a wild card. They don't even get home field advantage anymore. They get that to Boston, and Boston come and open up that can of whoopers on that end. Hey, boy, you know what?
All I got to tell you, come Thursday, Tim Anderson will be in town. Come Thursday, Luis Robert will be in town. Jose Abreu will be in town. On Thursday, who else going to be in town? Who else going to be in town? I can't understand all these damn names. Hold up. They'll be in town. Gavin Sheets, the first baseman, he'll be in town. Cesar Hernandez will be in town. On Thursday, the White Sox will be in town. Who else? Robert Luis will be in town. Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up. You talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. Dallas Keuchel will be in town. Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy.
Dallas Keuchel ass is going to, guess what they did? They did Dallas Keuchel just like the Astros did Greinke. You know, Dallas Keuchel went his ass all over there and tried to grow his beard like James Harden 7 years ago. And all of a sudden now, he got demoted. He's a relief guy now. He's a reliever. You don't see Dallas Keuchel.
Hey, look what Minnie did. Minnie caught me. Minnie busted me. Minnie busted me, Jimmy. She said, stop Googling. You don't know.
Ain't no wrong with that, man. Ain't no wrong with it. Let him Google. You know why? Because he's Googleable.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little Googling, man.
Hey, man.
Jimmy.
Astros play Thursday.
Hey, Jimmy, Urban Meyer heard us talking about him the other day on the show. I ain't going to twist this up. He sent this to me. Urban Meyer.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
He just wanted to let you know that because he heard you talking about, look at his finger, Hatter.
No,
look at his finger.
Hey, and guess what?
I sent you that other video.
Another video that surfaced from a different angle.
No, that's Doctor.
So before she started dancing.
No, Jimmy, they said that's Doctor.
Ain't no way in the hell that's doctored. You can doctor a lot of things. And I said it yesterday. I told you yesterday, I say, man, when a guy put that finger like that thumb, and he put it in front of him, basically he ain't but two reasons he doing that. Ain't but two reasons. And guess what? It held true. So that means this dude was being taped by multiple people at the same time. Why this girl? So guess what? I hope that those people with the videos, I hope they cashed in and got fair value for their efforts, because so many people do that stuff for free. Just put it up there. I really hope, because now he's on the clock.
But Jim, I didn't mean to take you off on that tangent. My bad. Let me tell you something. I apologize to everybody. This one, hey, watch this.
Relationship with your
children. My God.
I apologize to everybody.
Wait, somebody sent me a video about R. Kelly planning to snitch on some old guys. Let me tell y'all something, and it's all in for real. In that industry, sex and drugs has long been a part of that music industry.
Oh yeah.
Sex with underage people.
Elvis Presley.
Notice I said people.
Yes.
Have long been a part of the culture of that industry. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And so people within that industry, it's like.
So he finna tell it on everybody else?
I don't know. You know how sometimes videos.
I hope he don't tell it on one person. Because you got one person that's very, very popular, got a very beautiful wife, was in on some of his shenanigans. I ain't gonna call his name.
And that same one person, they went on tour together twice.
Okay. Fiesta.
Did they make an album together too? Did they make an album together?
Keep on going. Let's not talk about it.
Hold on. Didn't they both share the same?
The best of two. Yes.
The same little young girl that was a teenager.
Fiesta. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't calling no names. But keep going.
I'm just saying though. But
keep going.
I don't know if that's true or not, but still, the fact. My point is, a lot of people may not understand in that industry. Do not be surprised. That's why you see so many guys. It was somebody. I think it was somebody just about a couple of weeks ago that was on a live in concert and had an underage girl on the stage. So first of all,
homeboy Drake. That was Drake.
Drake. That's what it was.
Yes.
I mean, and guess what? Where's the outcry? Where's the backlash? Where's not? Guess what? It's because, see, understand something. If you are a parent, and one thing about it, kids love they're gonna go to concerts. Teenagers do that type of stuff, and even preteens. They like, because you go to concerts, they go to concerts. You listen to music, they want to see a person in person. Well, what happens is, if you have a daughter, let's go to girls now that can sing, because it's Women Rock Wednesday, or they can dance. Music or musicians can be the influence, because now if they can sing or dance a little bit, then just meeting that person could open up a door that can lead them into a life of luxury or a career or an advancement or an introduction of their career, which who knows what can happen. It's happened to tons of them. Don't you get this twisted. Matter of fact, I want you to think of the ones who didn't have to sleep with somebody that's a female that's in the music industry, or not necessarily have to, didn't choose to, put it like that, to keep it a little bit on the calmer side of things. So that stuff happens. But now what happens is, if you're the parent and they meet that person and they come home and say, Mom, they want them when you come do an audition in another city 2 months, 2 weeks from now. Okay, parent, you got a choice. You going with them or you not? Of course, you're probably gonna go with them, because know why? You want to meet the artist as well. So you go there, and that artist gonna play the game with you. They're gonna send his uncle, gonna take you out while your daughter is interviewing. They don't have a manager yet. This stuff just happened overnight. You don't have an agent yet. This stuff just happened overnight. She's just barely lightening up on first Sunday at the church.
And Jimmy, it happens a lot in the modeling industry also. But keep going.
In the modeling industry alike. Because modeling and acting go hand in hand. Commercials, models, video. And so then that's when it starts to slide over, Hatter, is when the music videos back in the 90s start to come prevalent. People start when BET and MTV would be, BET most part from our culture, they would start showing videos in abundance. Well, so now a girl could dress a certain way and she go hang out and you could be on the video. Now you get on the video, then so the sale, I'm trying to figure,
Jimmy.
Now I understand how the basketball, how easy it is for you basketball parents to get duped. Why? Because you're not by yourselves. The people get duped in music.
Yeah.
Actresses, models.
Yes.
Heather, do you know they have a singing, like a grassroots singing platform, just like and they have a grassroots, understand, a singing performing talent platform around the country that you go to, you pay your money. I think it's all a big racket. You go to perform, they're going to tell you that some different A&R people will be there from different music labels. You go and you sit there, you and you get it on in maybe New York City. You go to local, then they invite you to New York City. You pay some more. You go perform in New York City, and if they like you, if you pass the eye test, they think they evaluate. Don't get it twisted. If you can sing, you can sing. But then you get an opportunity to meet more. And you go to, let's say, Hollywood, and to another one where you have to pay money. They're everywhere.
Jimmy,
but if they find you in the room with that parent, the parent who's not willing to leave the room, when the kid is in there doing the audition or doing the meetings, doing the talks, you will probably find your kid cut from advancing.
Let me help you out, Jimmy. This, I'm not calling no names, but I kind of saw this because, my relationships with people in the industry. Let's say I'm going to give the parents, right? Because the young girl is going on to be with the ancestors, so I don't want to talk about it. But let's say your parents, in the first month, 3-4 months, you at every session. Your daughter singing, your daughter with this famous guy who can make her a star. A famous guy who can. I didn't say it might. So but the guy keep crazy hours, Jim. The guy like to be in the studio at night. So y'all in there with the daughter for the first 6 months. So all of y'all become close. He like Uncle Jimmy now. Uncle, he became family. Matter of fact, your brother, you the parent, your brother is representing this guy. I'm trying. Y'all can connect the dots all you want. So you become comfortable and say, all right, we ain't got to come now. It's all right. And the dude had that little girl in there for all of them months. Little girl, him and the little girl fall in love with each other. He go marry the little girl secretly. I hope y'all getting it now. He go marry this little girl secretly. Let me tell you something. Them parents stayed in that room for 4 months, Jimmy, but it got taxing, and they got to start trust a guy like you. Oh, Jimmy gonna take care. Jimmy ain't gonna take care. You didn't know you let your daughter in there with this. And I'm telling y'all, that's why y'all got to look up this word, pedophile. Y'all, I think it's sick because, Jimmy, all I think about, what I do, I look at myself. I said, man, in the world, what you want to mess with that little girl and all these women out here? So I think something got to be wrong with those guys mentally. I think it's a mental illness. That's just mine. So it's just unique how we can blame the parents, but sometimes the parents, I'm there 4 minutes. My wife's sleeping on the couch in the studio. I'm sleeping on the couch in the studio. And these things happen, man. But you're right, Jimmy. Elvis Presley had that girl Marie Presley at 14 or 15. Nobody said nothing. Jerry Lee Lewis, all of those guys. This and Rick James. Oh,
David Bowie.
David Bowie, yes. Yes. Them guys need help, man. Any guy talking about they want to look at them, go, hold up. Brag about going to the McDonald's after school because they know the little young girl is going to be at McDonald's and cruise in your beautiful car in front of the junior high school. Something has got to be terribly wrong with your grown ass. So guess what? I don't know where they lock pedophiles up. I guess they locked them up with everybody else. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm glad you drew that parallel, Jimmy.
Yeah, man. So that's the thing. So guess what? They all end up where they belong. So that's the thing.
Oh, I like that. Okay. But Jimmy,
all end up where they belong.
What you think about this, Jimmy? Hold on. I had something just for you. Hold on, man. I had something just for you. Jimmy. Well, my man on here. Wait a minute, hold up. Where is Rick Wilmore? Rick Wilmore. Are you familiar with Clarissa Shields? Jimmy, you familiar with Clarissa Shields? This women rock Wednesday, so I got this. Rick Wilmore.
I'm trying to think. Well, the name before it.
She is a decorated boxer. That boxing heavyweight, the girl who been whooping everybody all over the country.
Oh, that's where I heard the name.
Clarissa Shields, Jimmy.
That's where I heard the name.
Jimmy, hold on. They call her talking about you want to be on the undercard of Jake Paul. Jimmy, guess what she said? Hold on. Watch this.
Somebody mentioned if you would ever fight on the undercard of Jake Paul, and you took that as offense, and you got quite passionate about that. What exactly pissed you off or ticked you off about that question?
Cause who the fuck is Jake Paul compared to me in boxing? Nothing. I respect everything that Jake Paul is doing, like him bringing his YouTube fans and everything, and him building a platform for YouTubers to have exhibitions and stuff like that. Listen, I respect it. But don't disrespect me as far as in my skills, asking me would I be happy to fight on an undercard of him because he's bringing exposure. Please. No. He should be even honored to be on the same card as me. He fight the undercard of me. I'm the one with 2 Olympic gold medals. Can Jake Paul go to the Olympics? Can Jake Paul beat 3 different world champions at three different weight classes? Can he be undisputed champion at any weight? No. So why would I gotta fight on the undercard of him because he's a man and he's a popular YouTuber? Hell no. Never in my life. I don't care how much money they offer. I'm not fighting on the undercard of damn Jake Paul.
Yeah. I like her, Jimmy. That's my girl now. Jimmy, I done fell in love with Corinne. Jimmy, go watch Jimmy. Go when you get a chance. Go watch her put her hands on somebody. She don't play no. Hey, that's my women rock of the day, Jimmy. That's my girl. Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up. I got a little bit. I want to rob the people. I don't want to rob the people. Check this out, Jimmy.
Next question is for Clarissa. Amanda Serrano got on a Jake Paul card, which was on Showtime. A lot of people watched that. Do you ever want to be on a Jake Paul card as well and maybe get that grand stage as she got?
Don't ever disrespect me. I would never fight on the undercard of a Jake Paul. I'm a 3-time division world champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist in boxing. I would never fight on the undercard of Jake Paul. Before I get on the undercard of a guy that's having a circus show, no disrespect to Tyron Woodley, no disrespect to Jake Paul, but I'm a real boxer. I can beat up Jake Paul at the weight class I'm at right now. So no, I would never fight on the undercard of somebody who does not possess the skills or the...
Jimmy, I like her, Jimmy. Clarissa, I'm sorry, I call her Clarissa. Clarissa Shield from Flint, Michigan. Thank you. I know Rick Wilmore, he know every fighter. But Jimmy, that's my women rock of the day. I just had to, I didn't want to go no further without talking about Clarissa. What else you got, baby?
Oh man, we got plenty of stuff. Of course, we touched earlier that of course the NBA preseason started last night, but before once again the headline is and they can't shake it. The NBA won't seem to take it to the point till it becomes a true distraction, and that will be Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving now, the tab is up to about what I think they asked the head coach yesterday if, because some people thought of a way around it. You know, you got rules and you'll come up with a way around the rule. And that's the American way. And, you know, most funnily in taxes, people do it all the time. You try to finagle a way around. Well, they asked Steve Nash if he would be willing to move the practices, you see, out of New York City. That way now, Kyrie Irving would be able to practice with the team. Because that's one thing. You can't even practice with the team. Not necessarily play the home games. That's 41 home games. But you can't even practice with the team. So now that's a whole different element. Now, mind you, once the season starts, the practices aren't like your high school or your college practices. They're basically some walkthroughs and they work on different stuff. They do all their stuff is during the training camp and going into it, you know, because most of those guys, all of them are professionals. They're expected, obligated to come in normally in the condition, somewhat more conditioned than not.
They never get out of shape, Jim.
Yeah.
Them guys that never
if
get
you
out.
don't, then you're doing it on purpose because, you know, it's something reason you might want out or whatnot. Well, in this situation with Kyrie now, the season hadn't even started yet. Preseason has, but the season has. And he's becoming the biggest topic of conversation.
And he said he didn't want to be a distraction. But keep going.
And you're already a distraction by default. And so what happens is now the team is in a situation. They tried to, remember, who's going to take Kyrie? Because now you're thinking about what are most of the owners had.
Jimmy, but Kevin Durant said, don't trade him. You can't trade him. Because Kyrie said he'll quit. If you trade him, he'll quit.
But understand this. That was before the COVID stuff. That was trade talks already about that was leaking out through the organization back. Remember this was during the time when James Harden. James Harden was with the Rockets.
So you telling me Kyrie still wouldn't quit? I think he would quit.
I think you understand. Once again, I said it last week. I said it yesterday, and I said it again today. He's one of the very few players that whatever he does, I'm not surprised because he just that different. He's been that different. For those that have been paying, see, some of you guys may have only paid attention to Kyrie Irving when he got to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Some of you guys may have only paid attention to him when he got to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to him. Understand, I saw him in high school, but I paid attention to him when he got to Duke.
He didn't stay there but for a cup of coffee.
But remember, he had a jacket on his back at Duke. He was different then and didn't understand. And right, he was in total control of his career at Duke.
I think he played 4 to 6 games, Jimmy.
And shut it down. And was
the number 1 pick.
And no, guess what? He didn't get the same. It wasn't the same energy that was spewed at James Wiseman for shutting it down. It wasn't the same because he played for Coach K. They didn't even put him on. They didn't even blackball Kyrie.
That's different.
Duke just had another young man this past season that just shut it down.
Jimmy, James Wiseman, the school would have got suspended. The school, they would have forfeited them games if James had a play.
No, Hatter. James Wiseman got suspended for like a certain amount of games.
So he wasn't going to come back at the end of the season.
You know what I'm saying? He could have played. He shut it down.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, take James Wiseman, put him to the side.
Okay.
What about the player from Duke this past season?
Oh, he shut it down. He shut it down.
The same Kyrie Irving protection wasn't on this young man.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't on him. But anyway, back to Kyrie. This stuff here, guys, how do you think this story is going to end? How do you think it's going to end? Either two things going to happen. Either Kyrie is going to get a shot, or Kyrie is going, or they're going to trade him. Let him go. Letting him go is one thing, Hatter, because now they let him go.
They
How
got to
does
pay
the
him.
money work?
They let him got to pay him if they let him go.
So they're not going to let him go.
No. And guess what? He's showing up. So he's not doing, and it's a unique thing. And I want to just throw a little caveat in here. I found out about the Ben Simmons thing, Jimmy. Jimmy, you know, like when somebody, Ben Simmons was owed $8 million. Hold on, I hear echo. He was owed $8 million on October the 1st. So they didn't pay him, but it's got to come off their books because they're scheduled to pay him for accounting purpose. So what they did is put the money in escrow because they felt if they paid him, it would take so every fine in escrow. So every fine that they fine him, they can take it out of the escrow money. If they were to pay him $8 million last week, and then Jimmy, they owe him $8 more million on Friday. So they say he would have had the half of his money. So they would have had to take money out of the rest of his money. They said, no, we ain't waiting on that money. We're going to hold this money and take those fines out. Whenever he's back, we're going to take them. I mean, so it's sort of like they do, I think, in NFL. But I'm going to tell y'all remember the other day, and I know y'all didn't hear me, but them owners met, Jimmy. Guess what them owners talking about, Jimmy? Not guaranteeing these contracts like they do in NFL. I'm telling you, Jimmy, that's what I was trying to explain to y'all. Ben Simmons going to mess this up for the future. Jimmy, the owners talked about not guaranteeing this. They going to put a... Jimmy, they said this can't keep happening. They said we're going to stop guaranteeing them contracts. I said, God. So guess what, y'all? Ben Simmons, whatever you're doing, hey, this thing got, Jimmy, let me tell you, this thing's going to have far-reaching implications. This thing. But get on back to Kyrie. Kyrie is a different situation, but I want to let you know how they're handling that money. He Ben Simmons owed some more, $8 more million. I didn't have to say 8.5, Freightman. Damn, how you know? Quit reading the guy, quit Googling. I just said 8 million to round it off. Jimmy. They owe him another $8 million on Friday. They're gonna put that in escrow too.
Well,
it's that
right
simple. But keep going.
I think Ben's tab, his fines also had a.
I ain't looked at his fine. Yeah,
it's up to about $300,000.
Oh yeah,
dollars.
Uh-huh.
And right now with Ben, so you guys, you pay attention and stay. One thing about it, same thing. You know how this is a different type of situation, and the thing is, in due time, with Ben, they're trying to trade him, but he has I understand it's a max deal, a mega max deal with Ben Simmons, and you have to find somebody to bodies to facilitate that trade if you're going to trade him. It's not like in the park or in the streets or in grassroots you're going to trade him for him. They have to come in a certain percentage of your salary. Yeah. And that's the salary. You're trading basically the money, the contract. That's not per year, Alan. That's right. That's over the whole whatever your contract is, right? Or is it per year?
It's per year because they go every year by how much. I mean, it's difficult, Jimmy. It's just you got to trade a dollar, not dollar for dollar, but within 25%. Like if you get 2 players, it's got to add up close to what Ben's. If you do 3 players, got to add up close to what Ben's making that particular year, and then they have to average that thing out. Man, it's an accounting thing that's why they got guys who just sit in a room they call capologists now. They develop a whole new industry in thanks to what's your boy Daryl Morey. But back to Kyrie. Kyrie, I just don't like the fact that Kyrie, and like I said, he don't have to play Jimmy. He can quit. Just like Mitchell Wiggins, not Mitchell Wiggins, that's his dad. Andrew Wiggins, you got a choice, but I just don't like how he's holding this franchise. He got people to come there with him and thinking they're going to build a dynasty, and he don't want to do what he need to do to get on the floor. So, no, they don't want no damn.
If I'm not mistaken, Kyrie is a free agent after this season, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is like somebody asked how many years on his contract. This is it.
Yeah.
He get like 35 mil this year. That's and other than that, remember that's why people were saying the Brooklyn Nets experiment. I think two of them. He's not the only one that's a free agent after this season. Is one of those other two guys is also a free agent as well. Either maybe it's KD or it's Harden. One of those two are also a free agent. And so that means now they got to make a decision on this experiment. If this is basically do or die for this Brooklyn Nets team this season.
And I want to answer Clarence Harris' question. He asked the question. I put it on the screen. He said, "Hatter, if Kyrie your guy, would you encourage him?" Of course I would. 95% of the league have taken the shot and vaccinated. 95% of the league has. So yes, I would encourage him because guess what? We in this thing to make money. If he don't get paid, I don't get paid. So yes, I would encourage him to take the shot. I would. And Kyrie, let me tell you something. You know, let me tell you something. Young kid, man. You know, bless his little heart. I'm just thinking about because I remember. They were telling me about, I knew Kevin Durant. I'm going to tell y'all. Remember I told y'all this on the show, and they switched up on me. When I was at the Summer League that summer, it was rumored. GMs were telling me Kevin Durant is going to New York. Knicks. Then all of a sudden, he goes to the Brooklyn Nets, which is in New York. So technically, I said, but they told me he was going to the Knicks. He couldn't convince Kyrie to go to the Knicks because the Nets were Kyrie's favorite team when he was growing up. So he went there. Kevin Durant went there. James Harden went there. And I'm just thinking about what are these guys saying behind. I haven't even reached out to nobody. What do these guys think? I mean, because it's a team game, Jimmy. No matter no matter what nobody said, this is a team game. And if 95%, Clarence, is vaccinated, yes, I would advise him to get it. Because shit, I got it. How the hell I'm gonna tell him not to get it? I would advise him. You got anything else you want to talk about? It's unique. It's unique.
I mean, so of course we talk preseason NBA, more NBA. Talk preseason last night. Of course, the Rockets. I mean, it's preseason, but I think is what I do in preseason. I don't know about you guys. I kind of scan the box scores to see what the top draft picks did.
Okay.
Night to night.
Okay.
And a guy from out of Houston or a guy from Texas. That's basically what I do in preseason. That's the only thing that preseason is good for with me with basketball, with the NBA. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm looking. You try to follow some of the Texas guys.
Okay.
See how they fare.
Yeah. That's how
then you see what some of the teams that they're top pick. I'm talking about the lotto guys. I ain't, primarily if they're not from wherever they're from. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, you look at some of the box scores. First one, of course, on the docket was the New York Knicks over the Pacers, 125-104. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, Miles Turner, he logged about 18 minutes, which is solid for preseason. that's about average.
Mm-hmm.
You know, talking about the minutes because you don't play those stars a lot of minutes.
10
right
now.
minutes,
18 minutes. Yeah, I
like that. Who other than that, anybody else from Texas? Nate Hinton, who played for U of H, played 8 minutes in that game. He had 4 rebounds. You know, had 2 turnovers.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I didn't think he was a pro, and he fooled me. He fooled the hell out of me.
You know what? He's bouncing right. He just got to find the right
but he fooled the hell out of me.
where he can stick.
And Jimmy, and Jimmy, he might not stick. Think about it, Jimmy. I don't know. I don't even think Damon Dotson got a job. Did he finally get picked up at camp?
I don't know. I don't know if he did.
I mean, I don't think Carson Edwards. I think Carson Edwards is
Carson Edwards got cut by Memphis after the trade.
Yeah, I remember.
And
this shit
you gotta realize,
man. It's hard.
These are the guys that people are competing with for jobs right now.
Yes.
If you're a guard, you compete. And let me tell you something. I don't give a damn. One thing we do know, understand, Carson Edwards was in a pickle. Peyton Pritchard has been balling.
Yeah.
And they were both with Boston. And I saw him play during the summer league up in Vegas.
Yeah.
And Peyton Pritchard, remember, last year Peyton Pritchard stole Carson Edwards' thunder. They both was their third, fourth guard.
Yeah.
Peyton played, produced. Not to say Carson didn't, but what happened is, as Peyton produced, they played him again over Carter. He produced again. Then he produced again. So then you have a so-so game. You so far ahead that Carson is like, man. So then they brought Carson back in for, guess what? Best man win. And Peyton Pritchard performed well.
Yeah. Jimmy, in this league, that's why they give you those first few years like that. You know, if we got people as good, think about y'all. And I just want to let parents think about this. Damon Dotson would go any gym in America and kill everybody in the gym. And right now, he's not on the team. That's how hard it is to make it. And he's 6'6" and can defend. They told me at Boston he was tearing dudes' ass up in the little camp he went up there in Boston. Yo, this thing is so hard to do, parents. When you sit on that sideline and talk about, man, hey, he going to the league. He going to the league. Man, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody and none of these little minor leagues can beat Damon Dotson and Carson Edwards playing. So that's how hard it is, man, to make it in this league. And Jimmy, I'm glad you go through these things. Jimmy, I let me tell you something. I found myself watching the Houston Rockets. You know, I didn't watch them not one time last year. But that little Jalen Green and that little Kevin Porter Jr., I don't care if they don't, them two there. Robert, listen, I didn't change. Let me tell you, as the facts change, the truth change.
The truth change.
Them two right there is worth me going. If they get beat down 1,000. But
you remember what I called them? I described the Houston Rockets this year as Memphis Grizzlies 4 years ago. When this is what I described them 4 years ago. Let me tell you what they got no matter what. For every purist that they lose as a fan, a lot of them, the elder generation, there's going to be a 20-something-year-old that's going to buy tickets and come see those young boys play. You know why? Because them young girls like them because they're cute or handsome, so to speak. They handsome boys. Now, mind you, whatever they dress, that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But they're not, what do I call, they're not little uglies. They're not. So they're not. Those guys, they are
nice looking guys.
Handsome little young boys. Young men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just call it like, in respect for.
Jimmy. Jimmy. It wasn't about 20 people show up last night for the game. Now I'm just gonna tell you.
No. I'm talking about regular season.
Oh no. But I'm just telling you, preseason. Listen to me, y'all. I saw those 2 young kids there play last night. Daniel Theus, the kid from Turkey. Let me tell y'all something, man. You, Jimmy, I used to don't agree with you. They couldn't. You talking about the what you call them? You talking about the Memphis Grizzlies? They might be the Denver Nuggets also. These dudes can flat out play, and Kevin Porter embraced Jimmy. Jimmy, listen, I listened to the pregame because I wanted to see the guy who beat Chris Walker for the job, Ryan Hollins. And you know I don't usually listen to the game, but I listened to the game because I wanted to hear him. Wasn't bad. Ain't Chris Walker, but he ain't bad. It would have been best if Chris Walker would have been on there. But those two young guys, man, Kevin Porter embraced Jimmy. He said, yeah, I'm the star point guard. Yeah. And I want to guard the best. I'm going to be playing against a bad dude every night.
But that's going to, you understand something? Good luck to that theory. Good luck to that theory, because at some point something is going to give. Either you're on one end of the court. Something is going to give, because it takes a lot of energy, because a lot of these guys, they move without the ball. They do, so it's going to take a lot of energy. Now, I'm speaking of the Rockets. Somebody mentioned Eric Gordon looked like he won't no part of being around. Eric Gordon is a cash deal walk. He's stuck. The Rockets paid him too much too soon, and understand, unlike some of those other guys that's left, Eric Gordon is not durable. He's not durable.
What did you just say? They paid him too much. These owners, listen, I'm going to repeat that. The owners are talking about not guaranteeing these damn contracts no more. I'm telling y'all, remember what I said, but keep going. Come on, Jim.
And so Gordon is stuck here. Mm-hmm. Let's understand something. I'm going to say we, but I mean the Rockets. So, you might hear we come out. The Rockets don't want Gordon here in the first place. Gordon is blocking Deshaun Tate. Mm-hmm. Tate would have been rookie of the year if they had any type of winning success. He was that good as a rookie last year, as far as number wise. That Tate kid,
but Jimmy, I think his ceiling was balling. I think his ceiling is right. I think his ceiling is right there where he is. I don't. Tate, what? Yeah, he's.
I hope. I mean, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But he showed enough to whereas Gordon can get. Matter of fact, don't be surprised if Gordon. The minutes you saw Gordon, he played 21 minutes last night.
Yeah, they're trying to showcase him for the league, Jim. They showcasing him for the league right now.
That 21 minutes is probably going to be his ceiling in this regular season.
Yeah.
It's going to be his range, 21 to 25 tops for Gordon. I would think he would average at the most, because it don't have room for him. You know why? Mm-hmm. He's a liability on one end of the court. He's a liability. These guys are faster. Teams are getting younger, all except for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But and what are you going to get for Gordon? The thing is, right now, you need Wood to buy in to the youth movement.
Shit, he young.
I'm saying, but Wood got to buy in, because remember, Wood kind of went Hollywood a little bit last year.
Yeah, but he young.
Because remember, when he went down, they was on a winning streak, and then they just bottomed out after he got hurt. Mm-hmm. So in your mind, in a young mind, you got everybody. You got Kazoo on this shoulder. You got another Kazoo on that shoulder, like Fred Flintstone. And they both.
I think he'll be all right. Jimmy, he can't. Jimmy, he ain't got no deal yet, so he needs to slow him the
exactly.
He ain't got no deal.
Exactly. So they got to get him to buy in. Because them losses gonna mount up.
You talking about when the losses mount up? Okay, but Jimmy, he been losing. Jimmy, he came from Detroit. He was getting his ass tore up.
But he was heavy trash at Detroit.
Yeah. Okay.
Now he came to the Rockets and was doubling every game. It was
Jimmy,
rolling.
Them youngsters getting him that damn ball. That Kevin Porter looks for him. Kevin Porter can play. John Luke, let me tell y'all something. John Luke has been working with this dude right here, man. This dude wasn't the same cat I saw last year. Or the guy I saw at Cleveland. They had him in Cleveland. Jimmy, they moved his locker and told him, here, we don't want you. We putting you on the other side of the room at Cleveland. And he got mad. He wanted to fight everybody in the locker room. That's why they got him out of Cleveland. He cussed the GM out. And that's why they got him for a second-round pick. That's why they got him. So, Jimmy, this dude is a lottery. This dude going to be better than anybody in the lottery. We got him for a second-round pick, Kevin Porter. The Rockets.
And you know what? You know what? Right now, he's saying all the right things.
Oh, yes, he's corporate man now. Yes.
He's saying that the Rockets somewhat saved his life.
Yes.
That was a cover story in the Houston Chronicle earlier this week.
Yes.
He mentioned he basically saying they saved his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going here. And then I'm looking at this roster.
Okay.
Don't forget, you got Daniel House back in the fold.
Okay.
So Daniel turns into an OG now.
He's Jimmy. He's the longest tenured player on the team.
He's the OG on this team now.
Yeah.
You know, with the Rockets, that is. He's not had the most NBA experience. That probably would go to DJ Augustine, who's a reserve on the team. But he's the bench coach. He's a player coach. DJ Augustine is good. He's going to, good for us in the locker room and teaching these young boys. Perfect guy. Mm-hmm. Now you understand why they needed John Wall out of the way. They don't need these guys to learn John Wall's teachings. They need them to learn DJ Augustine's teachings.
Absolutely.
You can't have them learning from two different masters.
Hey, John Wall was at the game last night. But he just walked up. He had his shorts on. Dude, put on some clothes when you're on the damn bench. I know it's preseason. Put on some clothes, man. God, come on, John Wall. Shit, you got young people. You remember I told you. You talking about he gonna come to camp. I don't. John, I love you. But who gonna take that 40? Jimmy, who gonna take that 40 million? He ain't Chris Paul. Who gonna take that 40 million, Jimmy? To get John Wall up out of here.
You know what? It's one born every day. Remember, it ain't gonna be no 1-for-1. It's gonna be a block. A block.
But somebody still got to take it.
And it's gonna be a three-way. Understand? It would take a three-way, at least 3 teams to take care of a John Wall deal, a Ben Simmons deal, and even a Kyrie Irving deal. It would take at least 3 teams. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those deals wouldn't take as many as 7 teams to consummate a swap. You know why? People are watching their players.
And Jimmy, they got to wait to after December the 15th. And then because a lot of these salaries who just got traded, they can't get traded to after December the 15th. So it might linger on a little bit. Because, if you got traded last year like that, you got to wait till a certain time. But, Jimmy, I'm going to tell you who else.
Keep looking at the Rockets. Did you notice?
I got one who I don't like. Can I help you out? I don't like Daniel Exum. I ain't never liked this game. Ever.
I think Utah drafted him a few years ago.
Yes.
And I watched him play back when Ben Simmons national team or the junior national team when they played at the Nike Summit. And I'm matter of fact, I think Exum might have been. I think he was on the team from Australia that came to my spring icebreaker when they played against the Houston Defenders and all that. I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if he was,
Exum, I'm not mistaken. No, he was on the team, but not that year. He was part of that AIS or whatever the institute is. But back to the Dante Exum, I
don't like it. But you can go on. I'm just saying I don't like it.
They just brought him in. How they just signed him just a few weeks ago.
Non-guaranteed, Jimmy. Everything's non-guaranteed.
They brought him in because he's a guy that knows the basic routines of the rigors of training camp. And so they had to bring a guy. He's not a vet, so to speak, but to all these young puppies you have in there. That's what he is. How about Amani Brooks?
I like him. I didn't think he was a pro.
Houston he had a good night last night.
I like him.
With the Rockets. He only played 9 minutes. He only took 2 shots, but he had 2 assists. Understand something. When you're a guard, he got to the free throw line 4 times. He had 3 of those, and he was 1 for 2 from the 3-point land. So by him getting to the free throw line 4 times in 9 minutes, that means he was aggressive.
I like him.
He had 0 turnovers. Whenever you're a guard, the turnovers is what is very important. The lower the number, the better your opportunity will be. If you're trying to cut and move.
Jimmy, they got 19 players, Jimmy. So technically, don't, but 2 have to be cut because they can keep 15. Then they can have 2
ways.
2 ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 17. So technically, they got 19 players. Don't, but 2 of them have to be cut. If that's the way, if they want to keep, I don't know if he want to pay all that money because he might want to shorten it. I'm just telling, but technically, they can keep 17 of these guys.
So dudes say that Dante Exum done gained a whole bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Wow, he did?
Yeah, Jimmy, he ain't never been good. I just ain't never liked him. Coach, I used to get in argument with people about him when he first got drafted. I said, man, he terrible. I'm sorry, Dante Exum is your mama and watching. But I just didn't like his game. It was too damn, I don't know. It was too basic. I don't know. Who else you talking about, Jimmy?
Then Josh Christopher played 9 minutes and
he's going to be good. He's going to be good.
One thing about Josh Christopher, he's aggressive. He's confident. And he's in a situation where he actually could make this team.
Oh, what make the Jimmy? He got
I'm
Jimmy. All the draft. You talking about make the top?
I'm talking make the rotation. That's what
I meant. Okay, I got you.
He actually can make the rotation. That's okay. The better sake of the words. What I actually meant.
Okay.
Hey man, this guy here, all he has to do. See, the thing about it, he's a happy camper.
Yeah.
He's with his buddy.
Yes.
That's his Jalen Green. They're buddies.
They do.
They're both goofy together. They both. Now, Jalen Green's, Josh Christopher's taste of clothing ain't as risque as Jalen Green, but he got some.
Leave that boy's clothing alone, man. You getting like me. Keep going. I'm messing with you.
I understand something. And you know what's so funny? I had a young person remind me, well, not a young person, but a person reminded me. Think about this. They took me back and asked me a question, which was fair game.
Okay.
Back in the days, Hal. So, Parliament Funkadelic, a man coming on stage with a big ass diaper, that wasn't dressing funny.
George Clinton,
Bootsy Collins and his stuff, that wasn't dressing funny.
The cameo, he had the cup on the outside of his pants, his tight.
And that wasn't dressing funny. And we did. We ignored all that. We embraced it all. Then you go and you fast forward to my generation and our generation. Of course, but you think about Prince.
Oh yeah,
man was with high heels on.
So you calling this as a cross hybrid you calling this entertainment? But Jimmy, they performing.
Started this stuff.
Hold up, they perform in that stuff. Jalen Green don't perform in them ugly ass outfits. Them guys performing in their outfits, Jimmy. That's the difference.
No, I'm talking about your taste, though. Your embracement.
But that's part of the show.
George
Clinton didn't want no dapper when he went to Walmart.
On the backside of our generation. On the backside, meaning it didn't catch us, but it caught them 45s and 40-year-olds right now. I need a confessional time right now. We need to make that part of the chop shop. Get a confessional moment.
They ain't gonna confess, Jimmy. They ain't gonna confess.
I need anybody to confess that actually back in those, what it was, I don't know what year it was, whatever year this was, when the group Crisscross came out, that you actually wore a garment backwards. Remember?
Hell no.
No, Alan. No.
I did. I'm just saying I did.
That didn't catch. No. Many people did.
Find me one. Did you? Wait a minute. Did you?
No. I didn't. No, I didn't fall. I didn't fall for that. They were a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get me. I wasn't. It's like I was trying to hold back, but I didn't. I was good. But understand. Think about this. How many of you ladies out there put when Left Eye had the black Andre Rison tribute mark up under her eye, how many of y'all will put that up under your eye and went to the club?
Daniel Cole said I did. He wore his clothes back.
There you go, Cole. I respect I respect you, Cole.
Hold up.
I respect that.
Jimmy, this is a good one here, Jimmy. This is a good one here. Christopher is a wide load to come. Houston, he thinks Houston should have got Quentin Grimes over Christopher.
They got who they wanted, and understand, Melvin Dudes.
It was a reason.
Understand, I'll say this again in case you missed it before.
He missed it.
Josh Christopher is from L.A.
Yeah.
Right? From the California area, I'm sorry. And he worked out with John Lucas III, Lil John, who recently got hired by the L.A. Lakers as an assistant coach. Well, he worked out. This was Lil John's. His fingerprints was on Josh Christopher. So that means, look, John is telling his dad how good this kid is.
Yeah.
They are inside track. And this kid has influence on Jalen Green. So as risque it would be for Jalen Green, it ain't easy to get no young boy 23 years old or 22 years old or so and bring him into Houston, Texas. Do you understand all the restaurants and all of the partying, all the nightlife that goes on? We ain't New York City, we ain't LA, but Houston, when they get here, they realize how spread out and how laid back it is. A lot of dudes, that's why they get homes. They don't understand the state tax and all that right there is a reason. But in the real estate, the affordability, well, before this recent boom, but they got a guy that can keep Jalen Green grounded. They can keep each other grounded. They can both, them two kids can both be playing a video game probably all night now.
So they drafted for chemistry, Jimmy. They drafted. Yes. So yeah, they could have. Grimes is nice though, Daniel Cole. Don't get stressed. But but this particular situation right here, it was Josh Christopher all the way.
And then you think of this. Don't y'all? This ain't college. This is a business. If that's the case, every damn team out there would draft a player from their home city.
Right. That's a good point.
They don't.
And
many of them pass over guys.
Yeah. And the home colleges, it's not good for a player to play at their home college either, Jimmy. Some coaches don't like a lot of them because it starts a whole lot of mess. U of H ain't got no whole lot of Houston guys on the team. They ain't got no whole lot of Houston guys.
No, they have about 4 guys from Greater Houston. That's we're not counting walk-ons. You got Fabian White, Tremont Mark, Ramon Walker.
Oh, that's my man.
Who else is in that round? Y'all help me out. My mind going blank. University of Houston. How many players from Greater Houston in the lineup? It's on the roster, not walk-ons.
Hey,
who else? I'm missing. I think they got 4. I'm missing somebody.
I don't know. I can't.
I'm missing somebody. Y'all help me out now. Come on with it. Boom, boom, boom.
They don't know.
JVR Francis is the
boy, Chris Felix, where you been, man? Hey, Chris Felix, thanks, man, for still being on the Chop Shop. And your son is not playing basketball in Houston no more.
Not playing high school basketball.
High school basketball in Houston no more. Shout out to Chris Felix. Thank you, Doc. But keep going, Jim.
So that's 4. And guess what? All 4 of those have in common. I'll tell you what all 4 of them have in common.
What they have in common?
At one point in time in their high school, when they were in the 10th grade or above, they all were ranked number 1 player in the city.
Wow.
At one point in time, that's what they all have in common. So understand, these ain't no regular guys.
Gotcha.
This ain't regular. These guys here, that's what it takes to get to U of H.
Think about what you just said, Jimmy. Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. That's one of these moments right here. You got hold up. That's a make you say, Each one of your JVR was number 1 player in the city.
In the 10th grade, going to the 11th grade before he left, and he went over to Montverde.
Ramon, I know Ramon was.
When JVL left, Ramon took over as number 1. He got the baton and ran with it, never relinquished that spot.
I didn't know that the guy from Toscasita was number 1 player.
I said at one point in time.
Okay.
At one point in time.
Okay. What's his name? What's the kid?
Tremont.
No, from the Toscasita.
Fabian.
Fabian White. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fabian White.
I mean, so that's unique.
That's unique.
Understand. Now, also, we were just looking at guys. We just tuned in. We were taking the time out.
Yeah, just
looking at some of the box scores from the NBA. So let's look at the Cavaliers, Adam.
Okay, let's go.
They played the Bulls and got the dog snot beat out of them by the Bulls. But Mobley played 10 points, 8 rebounds.
22 minutes.
In 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 8 rebounds.
That was a lotto pick.
8 rebounds, 2 blocks. That's what I look at, the 2 blocks. 1 turnover, Jimmy. Yeah, that's good. 1 turnover.
Kevin Love is the Eric Gordon of Cleveland. He won't out. They paid him too much, too soon, and he's stuck there unless they and he's not getting younger. Jim, and he's not durable.
Jimmy, if his contract wasn't guaranteed, he'd be what? Cut. Yes. That's what I'm telling you.
Who else we see on this game in that game?
They got Ricky Rubio.
Alonzo Ball.
What my
26
boy?
minutes, 8 points, 5 assists.
Hold up.
5 rebounds.
That's what Thaddeus Moody was bragging about. Okay, Thaddeus. See, Thaddeus, all you had to do is tell me Lonzo Ball was on the team. Now I'm back with you. What my boy do, man?
Look at little Ayo. Look, Ayo got to play 13 minutes from out of Illinois. Look, Ayo 4 for 9. He had 8 points. He had 1 block, 2 steals.
Who Ayo play for? Chicago?
The Bulls.
Okay. I'm looking for Ayo.
He was the last guy to check in the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I see him.
And
Jimmy.
Alex Caruso.
Jimmy, he ain't gonna get nothing. Boy.
Alex Caruso had 10 points, 10 assists. 10 assists in 20 minutes.
Who?
Alex Caruso from out of College Station.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot.
Hey, you see who's on that roster? The little kid who played with Kansas with Quentin Grimes, Lil Dotson.
Oh, Lil Dotson. I see him.
Yeah.
He had 12 minutes. Man, this is crazy. Hey, Thaddeus Moody, I apologize, man. I like the Bulls. I forgot Alonzo was on the dang team. I love the Bulls now. See, y'all, now Thaddeus Moody, now you understand. I like players. I don't like teams. Wherever the player go, I like the player. Yeah. Oh, Dotson is from Chicago, Jimmy. That's what Thaddeus said.
Yeah, he is from Chicago.
That's good, man. Hey,
what happened to the Memphis and Milwaukee game? Well,
what's his name was killing them so bad. Ja Morant was so hot, the damn fire alarm went off, Jimmy. The fire alarm went off.
Because I see it only has 3 quarters worth of scores, and do we see any Texas guys in that game?
Man, I can't. Hey, look what Melvin do. Melvin Dudes ought to be shaming himself. The Bulls got the worst face acne in the whole damn league. They do. I ain't never looked at them. I got to go back and see that. I ain't looked at that.
I'm looking. Yeah, Ja Morant had a monster game.
Oh yeah.
Say.
What?
And old Jackson.
Yeah, he back healthy.
Old Jackson might be back. Yeah, he played 33 minutes. Good
But
gracious.
Jimmy, his ass ain't played in 2 years. So they trying to get him. His mother ain't played. He been stealing money. Steve Adams.
Slow-mo.
They big. Steve Adams, big ass. Hey, y'all.
Before we shift gears.
Okay.
I got you to explain to me.
What you got?
Have you checked
my trap?
Your trap.
On who?
NFL news on the Dallas Cowboys letting go of the linebacker.
Oh, Jimmy, he was just they don't want to pay that deal they don't want to pay that contract for next year. And he ain't gonna play this year because he got 3 guys in front of him. And they're gonna just be off the hook. They're gonna pay this money for this year, and they'll be off the hook for the $9 million they got to pay next year. So they got $9 million on for cap space next year. That's the only thing. That's all. He just ain't good enough no more.
Now, also, New England has cut a Pro Bowler.
And, yeah.
All right.
Gilmore, Jim. I tried to get him. I tried to get him. I was down there in South Carolina trying to get that kid. He was a little weird though. But he picked up. He got picked up already. They said from the Panthers. Stephon Gilmore. They didn't want to pay Jimmy. They didn't want to pay him. He's on his last year of his deal, and they tell him, Bill Belichick don't like to get that money. Tom Brady took pay cuts every year so they can sign a tie law because we wasn't taking no pay cuts. So we wasn't. No, you pay him his money. So he don't. He guess what? New England Patriots got a rookie quarterback. They don't have to pay that much. They spent a lot of money in the offseason on acquiring people. They just didn't want to pay Stephon Gilmore no more. So top corner. I wish he had a went. You know where I wish he had a went? To my boy. I wish he had went to Tampa. I wish he had went to Tampa. Yeah.
Now another thing. Speaking of NBA news, how about this? The head football trainer for the Washington football team. Wow. The alphabets came and rolled up in that joint, right? And raided his quarters, his office. The DEA came into the Washington football team headquarters and raided the trainer's office. And and of course he's been placed on administrative leave. His name is Ryan Vermillion. And understand, many times trainers, they didn't say what it was. Of course, it's an ongoing investigation, but you can best believe that if he's a trainer and the DEA, remember the Drug Enforcement Agency, right? That means he was probably in possession or in the distribution of some type of illegal drug.
Controlled substance. Some kind of drug. And Jimmy,
Point
think
blank.
about this, Jimmy. Your man, the coach, Ron Rivera, might be complicit. I'm going to tell you why. Because he was over at Carolina, too, and he brought him with him.
Oh.
Yes.
So, he talking on his burner phone today, He ain't talking on the regular phone. He talking on the burner phone. That's what he doing all day. So that's,
Oh, hey, somebody said JVS technically from New Orleans, but when he played high school basketball in this city, we claim him. So De'Aaron Fox was technically from New Orleans.
DJ Augustine is as well.
But if you play high school basketball, Jockus, so I understand what you're saying, but with this you evidently you ain't been on the chop shop long enough. We claim them. We claim them at a certain time, Jimmy. We claim them. If they play high school basketball here, they from Houston. Keep going.
I mean, that's
Matt Verdon back. Hey, Jimmy. Matt Verdon came up for Matt. I texted him. He didn't text me back. He done came up for Al. Man, that overtime that you can't text people back. You can't take. They won't let you text people back no more, Matt.
Matt be going to them type of parties, where you got to put your phone down and you can't have your phone out. So he be, he in the other type of parties.
I know, but the chop shop come on early. There's party at night. The party at night.
Trying to think, what else did we miss on anything? Oh, I know what it is. In the mailbag. Oh, yeah. Before we get ready to land the plane.
I think I got a mailbag, too. Go get yours out.
You guys want to hang this quick commercial?
Oh, yeah.
For you guys.
Commercial. We'll come right back.
And then we'll come right back with some amateur basketball. I have a couple of questions. And one somebody even posed, and I told them on Twitter that I will address your questions on the Chop Shop.
You did.
So this is the perfect time.
And the grassroots thing, too, Jimmy. The grassroots are getting a deal, too, a sneaker deal, too. Don't forget.
The sneaker deal, as well as the question about why certain players don't have Division I offers right now.
Okay.
We're going to address that right after this message. Don't forget, guys, hey, if you got a ball player at home, girl or boy, you might want to see this commercial right here, because this is what you probably need to get them for Christmas. Check this out.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that choice.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get...
Welcome back. Jimmy, what's going on? Jimmy, you got 2 questions you want to address, grassroots questions. Which one you going to tackle first?
Well, whichever one you just... Whichever
Let's
one.
go with the grassroots because he asked that on Monday and you said it's Wednesday. Let's address that. How do you get a grassroots deal? I forgot who asked us that deal, but I hope he's watching the show today. How do people get a grassroots deal? I think that's what he asked.
Yeah, I think somebody asked that earlier on Monday, and we're sorry we didn't get to that just now. And so basically, in a nutshell, it's unfortunate a lot of people are truly, truly misled on this. And first and foremost, there are various grassroots companies right now that's been around and came and gone in regard to their indulgent and their investments in grassroots basketball. Now you have Nike, Adidas, Under Armour are the 3 primaries as far as the sneakers. Puma is alleged to be bubbling on some stuff to emerge themselves onto the scene in some capacity. But let's focus on the 3 primaries: Adidas, Under Armour, Nike. Well, normally in a nutshell, here's how it goes. And let's for getting a deal. Normally, if a program is kicking butt and happens to have a very talented player, that's one thing. Very talented mean they can look at that player and say probably he's a projected pro. That means you would catch the attention. That don't mean you're getting a deal. Mm-hmm. That means people will pay attention to you, engage, and they'll find out what else that program has to offer. Because if it's just that one kid, then it's cheaper for the company to direct some of their resources towards persuading that kid and his parents to switch over to a sneaker team. Think about it. It's business. Once again, why would they give you a sponsorship because you have one player? And unless that player is, I'm talking about like a no-brainer of a pro in the 10th grade now. That means you have to project 4 years out. He's a pro. A lottery, a pro. He's a lottery pick. That sounds more.
Because that sells shoes. You're right. You're right. A guy that be able to sell some shoes.
He's a lottery pick. Mm-hmm. 3, 4, just 3 years from that moment. Right? Maybe 4, because after the 9th grade, going to the 10th grade year, and they're going to give him a deal. Otherwise, they can go and spend a fraction of the cost to go and influence that young man to just go play with one of the sneaker teams that's nearby in his state, if they're under that same sneaker umbrella, or in one of the adjacent states. That's why they have what they call the adjoining state rule. You see? So that means when you play in the live events, you can play on a team. If you live in, let's say, Louisiana, you could play on a Texas-based team and vice versa. The adjoining states. So now that's one thing. Relationships has a lot to do. And there are some people, many people that have sneaker deals that may not have had a pro per se when they got a deal, but they had a relationship that the person that was in charge of giving them that deal knew them, felt comfortable that they would represent them in a way that whereas the person that signs the deal, that distributes the offer, is not going to lose his job. I can trust you. I can trust you're going to do right. There's been some instances, guys, a very small few, whereas people have gotten those checks and went and blew them. There's been a couple of teams that guys have gotten the checks and they went and couldn't go nowhere. when it come time to travel.
So how did the kids get somewhere?
Look it up. Just leave it like that. It's happened. So now once again, you got to have a lottery pick. Number 2, this doesn't mean it's a combination. A relationship, actually, that could be first. You need a little luck. Luck, you're gonna have to have some luck in that equation somewhere. Meaning that the timing have to be right, because the numbers have to be right. They're not just gonna add you. Do you put it like this? Do you understand that for a couple of years, LeBron James did not have a team in the EYBL? He was still LeBron James. He was fresh off winning championship. It used to be, remember, there used to be the King James Shooting Stars. For a couple of years, he did not have a team with his name on it in there. So, and think about how many players, understand something. So, for you to get a deal, you got to kick a lot of ass. And even by the time you kick ass, I'm talking about you got to kick it repeatedly till you got to get tired of kicking ass, get your second win, and kick some more ass as an independent. Otherwise, your time will run out. Remember Coos Elite? They kicked ass one summer as an independent hatter. The Coos Elite had the Coos moms, and they ran out of time. Because the team that was up behind the Coos Elite, remember, they looked at the team. They were Under Armour now. So we shift gears. That way we can spread it all around the horn. And Under Armour, they really considered giving them a deal because they had a program, but they hadn't been in existence but for a couple of years. But the infrastructure appeared to be to pass some of the eye test. Well, that was already an Under Armour program in existence. So what happens is with the Coos Elite program, that existing Under Armour program did not, think about it. If you got somebody else coming on your block, they competing with you, you ain't the exclusive anymore. So they fought against it and won to not give Coos Elite an Under Armour deal on the real circuit. So as a result, remember, because a contract was out, an offer was on the table for a window of time. So now, as a result, the constellation was Coos Elite would give you a Under Armour Rise deal. You can play on the Under Armour Rise, which is a subsidiary and of the main circuit platform, and that's kind of like what, the rest is history. Once again, guys, if your grassroots team, and Coos Elite kicked a lot of sneaker teams' ass, what it was 3 summers ago, and they still did not get a sneaker deal. Those kids, by the time they started to kick everybody's ass, they were 17U. They were 16U going into the 17U. And think about it. So by that time, that means you're going to sign a team for one. What do you have coming back behind them? And that was kind of what the pushback was. And the people that were pushing against Coos Elite was saying, you see them, yeah, they're good. They made noise. They rocking with Houston. They got some D1 players. Number one, do they have a pro? A lottery pick. I keep saying a pro. Do they have a lottery pick? Number 2, what's coming behind those guys? How successful? How are those teams faring against our other independents or Under Armour teams in those leagues? So that's kind of like how it goes. Guys, if you're Adidas, let's look over at Adidas. A couple of years ago, Adidas had 3 grassroots programs. Well, 2, because one had left, and then they had Basketball University and Texas Pro at the same time. Then they had Basketball University and I should think they might have had 3. Team Harden. Yeah. At the same time. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. So now you look at that with the Adidas side of the fence. James Harden deal came out of his contract. It didn't come out of the grassroots budget for Adidas. So it did not cost Adidas anything actually it helped them out because James Harden would indirectly obligate himself to make an appearance here and there to watch his team play. So that means it helped them. That's like when LeBron James, his Shooting Stars team. So this team was out of the pockets of James Harden. It was financed by his foundation, right? His 501c3. So this is how they got the deal. Texas Pro got their Adidas deal because at first they were right there to get, it were in line, and it was earmarked, well, not necessarily earmarked, conspired for them to receive a Nike deal. But at the time, Nike, in order to try to make it not so transparent, they put together like a little tournament, what they call a play-in tournament, and whoever wins this tournament of independence would get to be part of the EYBL. How about that? Right? And during that time, Texas Pro played in this tournament. They were one of the favorites. I think it was going to be a couple of teams got automatic bids. They did not. They got upset. It happens. And they did not make it. So then the rule, it was supposed to been like a clean cakewalk for them to just run through everybody, and they got a sneaker deal. So when they didn't, they still had some talent. They got people's attention. And getting people's attention, then Adidas came and offered Marlon Lowe, just compressing this whole scenario, a deal. He took Adidas deal, right? Basketball University, they had, and Texas Pro had a program as well, but Marlon Lowe had some relations that he had established from working with John Lucas for years, and John Lucas would go to speak in Portland. Marlon Lowe would fly to Portland. So Marlon Lowe had been in certain rooms, relations. And you have to look at this stuff. The relationship factor is not going to go anywhere. That's part of life. If you know somebody and you plant that seed, water that grass, and the flowers will blossom out in due time. Also, mentioned Rossi Karen had the Basketball University. That was a full-fledged program for which that program was kind of like a blueprint for Adidas based on my conversations with some of the former admin with Adidas, because they sold product. They generated money for Adidas basketball. Those secondary programs and teams bought them uniforms. They bought those sneakers, part of their dues. So they had in Basketball University had how many teams they had? Shit, at one point they might have had 20-something teams of all buying product year round. So that means you have a value if you're able to make that company some money. You have a value. You're valuable if you can keep doing it. You have a value if you can do it once, but if you can keep doing it, you're valuable. And that's what happened with Basketball University. And then, of course, once those secondary teams start to fizzle and start to not attain the level of success, or you don't see a lottery pick coming back through the chute in the immediate future, then it becomes vulnerable for you losing your deal. That's why winning is important in certain years for certain teams. That's why you hear a lot of sneaker teams that say a lot of time when they lose game, man, we're not worried about that loss. We worry about showcasing. We got to get how many guys, count our college guys. Yeah, that's when you're safe. Everybody ain't safe at all times. Some teams can't afford losses and others can. They're in a contract year. I mentioned value and valuable. You look at the person. John Lucas is valuable to Nike. So JL3 they're not under the same call of duty to go and just kick ass as the next team. Now they got an obligation to go try to find the best talent they can get. So, and they're going to do so. And guess what? Looking down at Delilah and all those, and we're looking now at some of these kids. How we just talked about the kid from Bel Air last week at the Super 16. Those guys, they played for that program. So that means now the future looks bright, very bright for the JL3. And then you got the Houston Hoops, which has always been maintained. Hal Pastner, understand something, guys. His events that he ran before selling off his companies twice, they were valuable for Nike because that was a platform in existence for Chris Paul to come in and add a tournament inside of a tournament. That was a platform for Jordan brand to come in and just white out the entire gym.
Whited it out, then blacked it out one year.
I mean, think about it. At Durango High School or whatever it was in Vegas, whited out, black. I mean, I'm talking about they had it was like you said, you feel like you on a Diddy party one year and coming to that joint. That's a platform for them to do so with the person whom they trust.
So Jimmy, it's a lot of variables go in to it. A lot of variables go. That's what you're trying to. Because I know I hope you're looking at the clock because you got another one. One to address. But Jimmy, before you address that next topic, I just want to share because somebody was wondering why I showed the video of them girls fighting the Atlanta Dream. Guess what? The Atlanta Dreams would not re-sign Courtney Williams and Crystal Bradford under any circumstances. Both, they were caught in that brawl. That's why I played the damn brawl. Somebody tell me, why are you playing that? That's Jerry Springer. No, these are professional athletes who want the public in Atlanta Dreams. And the reason I wanted to talk about that, Jimmy, a minute. The Atlanta Dreams were for the people, the team that's on the forefront of the voting of Raphael Warnock, getting him in the office, and John Ossoff. So they have a high place in our community because they added those two senators. We turned those two red senator seats blue, the Atlanta Dream. So, of course, you got to address when they do some mess like this, those two girls was in there. They will under no circumstance to be signed by the Atlanta Dream at all. So, now, what's the next one of you had?
The next question was, there's right now in Greater Houston, we have about a dozen players that's committed to colleges, and there's 12th graders. In Greater Houston, there's about a dozen on the boys' side. And so now, which means you have a lot more who's uncommitted.
Yes.
And every year there's going to be time coming into the fall. People will come and say, well, man, this one guy is really good. Why isn't he signed? I mean, why isn't he committed? Why D1s ain't offering him? Let me tell you guys something. A lot of this stuff is opportunity. If you have played in front of college coaches, at any point, the Division I's we're talking about right now, because that's the question. Why doesn't he have Division I offers?
Okay.
If you have played in front of college coaches, at any point this past summer, because you couldn't play in front of them last summer, then guess what? You've had your audition. That was your audition in front of those coaches on that particular date. Now, mind you, your decision on whom you play with and the platforms for which they go. So that means if you played on a Under Armour Rise team, and your stock did not go D1, no matter how many D1 coaches was around, then that platform, then it was sold to you as, man, you get to play. We're going to play at the same time. You're going to play with all the teams. You're going to play. What does that have to do with moving the needle for you? But what that means, that doesn't mean that the platform was bad. No, not saying that. I'm just saying that somebody had to make a decision. We're going to play and spend our money to do this. Meanwhile, there's a team up in Dallas, the 3D Empire, who decided to remain independent for the most part, right? this past summer, and they have multiple players that receive Division I scholarships. They kicked ass. They were the Coos Elite of 2021. They kicked ass. And then you have a guy that didn't have no offers, no committable offers, and that would be Cam Ambery, left Houston after getting cut by JL3, goes up there and plays his way into multiple offers.
The kid didn't get cut by JL3, did he?
He did. He got cut. He got cut.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm just talking. It doesn't sound. It sting when you say that.
No, it didn't sting me. I just didn't know.
I'm just talking about a lot of people that hear that word. You got cut. If you use that word, use that as part of the testimony. Then guess what? You got cut. They made a decision to not keep him, and he latched on with that program. Yeah. So
gotcha.
Guess what? The independents work. Let me tell you why. I mentioned Coos Elite. 3 summers ago, when they were independent at the time, then they end up deciding to take that Rise deal. But at the time before then, they had multiple players with Division I offers on their team before going and taking the Rise deal. My point is, a lot of you guys, this stuff is not easy. This stuff is not. I almost believe that so many of you guys would y'all would let y'all kids go and take a Division I, y'all would pay their way onto a Division I team, as many people do for sneaker teams. I've seen it. I've seen parents would basically offer amenities just for their son to be on the bench. That's how I feel. Is that what you really think about it at that age? So you want to trick the game. Here's my thing. Stop putting so much premium on Division I. Division I, why are you letting that control your kids like that? But then you'll come back in the second breath and say, man, it's D-free, as long as it ain't costing me nothing. Well, if that's the case, then damn it, take the Division II offer. Take the D3, take the NAIA offer. Take the JUCO offer. Gamble on yourself. If that's the case, you won't be the first. And I promise you damn sure won't be the last. Gamble on yourself. If your kid is just tough, he tough, man. He a dog. He can get, well, damn it. You've been gambling all this time with the rent money, putting them in all these different this and that and work out. And guess what?
Not with the rent money, damn it. Damn.
Well, in some cases.
Jimmy, I think you already explained this, so Melvin didn't hear. What's the difference between a regular deal and a Rise deal when it comes to parents and players' costs?
On a regular deal, there's generally okay. There's not the sneaker company provides the financial resources, the basic resources for that team to get to that particular, those 2 or 3 events that the team can get to. That's a sponsorship, a full ride from the main team. The Rise team has to pay about $3,000. Then that's just to become a member.
So they just probably split that up between the parents and however they do it. And then, or somebody come out. Well, who paid the $3,000? Just say if you got 10 players for safe math, that's $300 a piece. Okay.
$300 a piece gonna get you a pair of tennis shoes and 2 uniforms, home and away.
Okay.
And membership in the thing. I'm just using safe math.
Okay.
So that's would be the $3,000, so to speak.
I got
you. And if anybody that's done that, speak on up and chime in and help educate the rest.
Yeah, because I don't know.
The rest of the community. So understand that the 3,000 that's the buy-in in the poker game.
Yeah, that ain't the fight. That ain't
none of that.
Dang.
You know why? Because you're gonna play under their umbrella. It's guaranteeing that you're gonna have the uniforms that's going to be lateral with their brand.
No, I ain't talking about The reasons I said dang, because guess what? They still got to get to these events. So the parents got to come out of some more money.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And the sale is you're going to be playing under the same roof with these other guys. You don't realize D1, you can have 1,000 D1 coaches on that court before your game play. When that game over with, another game over there, they going over there.
Jimmy, I just want to know, how much does it cost a parent now? I mean, if a parent doing that, how much could that run? Parent, y'all help me. Somebody who done did it, how much could that run up in you? I mean, I ain't trying to be, I mean, how much? Because guess what? That means you're going to take at least, what, five trips? I'm just talking about what you got to pay just for your son to be on the team. I ain't talking about what you got to pay for you to be, just for 3 circuits. Three. I'm just trying to fade. RL3 jerseys was $35,000 for 15 teams. Okay. I'm just trying to, I'm talking about a parent. How much did it cost? So I know I got to probably put up that 300. So how much more I got to put up for the 3 or 4 trips?
It depends on where they are and what part of the country you're coming from. You know, and because like
so $3,000. Somebody said I heard it high as $300 for summer ball. So $3,000. Yeah, that does cost. Because if I'm flying to see them, it's gonna be some thousands in there. Oh, let me tell you something. I understand the experience. It's prices for the experience. I'm just trying to figure out how much money is it charging. That's all. All together about $3,000 or more. Okay. All right. What if you got 2 sons, though?
Double down, split the H like in blackjack, baby. That's what you got to do. That's all. That's I mean, wow. And yes, like Kenneth Gamble says, the person that I was giving an example of talking about on the earlier was he's moved around and he moved around too much for schools. The kids definitely do want Division I player. Ken Gamble, let me tell you something. Moving around doesn't prevent a Division I coach from offering you a scholarship. Is he a Division I prospect? Yes, indeed he is. However, my point is, has anybody asked that young man if he's willing to go to a Division I school, if they were to offer him, if he's willing to go and sit on the bench and not play for the first time in his life, possibly for an entire season, albeit in the meantime, he would have to not only get his lesson, but wake up at 5 o'clock every morning, do individuals, be here, be there, be on an obligated schedule for the most of his day. Is he willing to do that? That's the question. And that's what breaks a lot of the guys that come in late every year. Come on, y'all guys can't act brand new to this stuff in this recruiting stuff for you guys that are veterans now. Here's what I mean by that. Every year there's 1 or 2 Division I players. We know Division I players don't have an offer yet. It's Houston. It's been like that. We ain't just start being like that. Every year there's a kid that takes a gamble on himself and say, I'm gonna wait till the spring. But the thing nowadays is the lure of waiting till the spring. You're trying to force the colleges to offer you now when some college saying, well, look, man, we like him, but we want to wait. Right now, let's see. We want to wait because they like him. They like another kid that might be closer to their school that might be similar. And you know what happens in the springtime? You're going against the transfer portal. College coaches know one thing. Know what they know? There's going to be hundreds of people that's going to transfer. Who they are? No, they might not necessarily know right now. So why wouldn't I hold a scholarship open now that I would normally close a deal on back in the days? So people are holding 1 or 2. They know they're going to get transfers. Think about it. So what it does is it's going to hurt a young man like him in every city. That's why we told you. That's why Division II is going to be a better crop of players. NAIA is now going to be a better crop of players. JUCOs are going to have a better uptick in talent because everybody can't go to Division I. Yeah, I like it, man. But guess what? Just keep playing, keep winning. And the thing is, I know personally, I'm rooting for it because I'm rooting for the city. But all eggs don't hatch on the same day. It don't. And then you first be careful what you wish for. Because I've seen too many people, they begging for a D1 offer, and that offer finally comes, and know what happened? You don't even commit. You don't even commit. So if one came, would you commit? I can get the Division I school to offer him tomorrow, but I need to know, listen to me, I guarantee you I can get him a committable offer tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Are you talking about a particular person?
Yes. Guaranteed.
I didn't see the name, Jimmy. What were you talking about?
Trey Miller.
Oh, my God. Hell yeah.
I can get him a committable offer, but it got to be able to agree to the disclaimer. Because if he goes there and transfers, then that coach that I had to go and help co-sign, it's like co-signing a loan. I had to go and convince this coach, yo, coach, you slipping, man. Dude, check this out. Here go 3 Baller TV links just from last week. Look, we talk in a minute. Look over them tonight. That's your homework. We're talking 2 days, coach. Wrap back with him on Saturday. Coach, what you think? I love him. Okay, coach, look, if you don't offer him right now, then don't F with me about no other freaking kid from my city when you need something. I'm telling you right now.
Jimmy, I got a question. Did somebody trigger that name? Is Trey Miller's people on the feed right now? Or how did you pick that name off? How did you?
Somebody mentioned them on Twitter. I said on Twitter. And
okay. I
would address it today.
Okay.
I like Trey Miller.
Oh, I like him too.
I'm saying something. Yeah. Trey Miller is a Division I prospect.
Yes, sir.
But you keep throwing Division I out there. That means now the kid gonna feel like it's a bust if it ain't there. You can go to another level and still transfer to Division I the following year, if that's the worst case scenario. Are you gonna understand? We had the number 1 team in the city last year for a portion of the season, right? And they had 2 starters that had offers on the table.
I'm listening.
College offers were on the table from 2 players from Atascocita High School. They went to state. Mm-hmm. 2 of the starters had offers on the table. Mm-hmm. They wasn't Division I offers. Both kids say, I don't even want it. I don't even want to play.
I remember you talking about that.
It happens because the Division I pinata, the rabbit, the carrot is teased so damn much to make a kid believe that they are a failure if they don't achieve it. You will end up where you belong. If your ass is a Division I player, chances are you will get an opportunity to play Division I basketball sooner or later. Now, the thing is, if somebody can tell me or get that kid to look me in the eyes and say, hey, I'm willing to go and fight. If I go to this school and they get Division I, long as Division I go there and if I don't play and they want to red shirt me, I'm cool with that. If you can say that, not saying I'm cool with it, but you're going to go through it, because if you go there and transfer away, then you mess up my credit. That's what I mean.
But Jimmy, the kid can't guarantee he going to stay there.
Okay, so what you mean? So if I'm fighting for you, think about it. I'm fighting for you.
I got you. If I do this for you, you got to stick it out. I see what you're saying.
At least 1 year.
I got you. I like that.
At least 1 year.
Okay.
Because that's what's probably going to happen. They're going to take you, but you might not play. They don't need you.
Oh, I got you. Hey, Miss Miller. Hey, Jimmy, Miss Miller on the feed. Hey, Miss Miller. How you doing?
How you doing, Miss Miller?
Yeah.
So at this point, it's just all I can recommend they go back, watch the show.
Yeah, go back and watch the show. Yeah. Because we got to get out of here.
I believe in him. But once again, all eggs don't hatch on the same day. You can't. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody played on different grassroots teams. Their footage against competition is different.
Right.
So therefore, when it comes down to it, and then also, and you're dealing with a city like Houston. If my advice to the parent, this is, go back and look at all the people who guaranteed your son, who made your son believe that he was nobody. They can get him and have a magic wand. And if you came and played with me, or if you did this, you're going to be Division I. You worked out with me. You did that. So pay attention to those guys, because that means their credit should take a dip.
But Jimmy, D1 is attractive. It's very attractive. I can't get mad at them.
No. You don't get mad at them. But you pay attention to what was said, and you hold their asses accountable.
Okay. No, I'm talking about the babies. I'm talking about the kids. I ain't worried about them dudes. Cause I don't mind them shooting for the moon and then they find and grab on a star. I don't mind. They shoot for the moon, D1, but guess what? As they fall in, they grab a D2 or D3, one of them stars. Let me tell y'all something. I just feel it's a great opportunity if you are not in a position where you can pay for your son's education and you can get it for free. Y'all, that's got to be a liberating feeling, Jimmy. So that's what I just don't want no kids to happen like what happened last year. They just turn down these deals and wind up with nothing. And I guess they okay with it though. But guess what? If the kid is okay with it, Jimmy, I got to be okay with it.
And that's the thing. It's just that so many people put pressures on these kids to make them think that the world is against them because that the blessings haven't flowed their boat down the stream as right now. And it doesn't happen to everybody when you want. Hey, hold on, you a man of the cloth. Ain't that an old cliche that circulates through all congregations, especially the urban congregations, on every other Sunday? And they say that, and the pastor may say he might not come when you want him, but
he come on time. But Jimmy, you mentioned I'm a man of the cloth. Yes, silk. Hold on, Jimmy. Guess who said that, Jimmy? You know I got to give him a plug today. Guess where I get that from? Hey, I got to go back to Adam Clayton Powell, Jimmy. You know they called him a womanizer. After he left his first wife, after he broke up, and when he was about to marry Hazel Scott, the famous piano player who played the two pianos. Jimmy, if the woman came up to him after church and said, Adam, I'm ashamed of you, Adam. Adam, I thought you was a man of the cloth. He said, yes, silk, baby. Silk, baby. But Jimmy, let's get us out of here, man.
Don't forget, guys, if you're tired of chasing rebounds, meet the Grind Machine, the first ever portable basketball shooting machine. Take your grind from the driveway to the gym and everywhere in between.
Send me that, Jim.
It on Shark Tank this past May, and they got a deal from Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, yeah.
The state-of-the-art machine provides everything you need to improve your game. 1/3 the size of traditional shooting machines and 1/2 the cost of other affordable models. The Grind Machine is the perfect modern athlete. It's perfect for you. I'm sorry, the modern athlete as well. And one thing about it, it retracts. It goes to 12 feet tall, and it retracts down into a piece of resembles a piece of rollaway luggage and you can take it, hop right in the trunk, in the back seat, keep on moving, space to space. Every other hooper out there. Now, you know what this means? You don't have to spend money on gym rental fees. You could for your kid to shoot around. You can pop this thing up in the backyard. You can pop it up in the street. You live in a cul-de-sac. You can whoop that joker up right there, and guess what?
Right.
Your son becomes big man on the block because he has the Grind shooting machine. You go over to RCS Sports.
Okay.
RCSsports.com. As soon as the show is over, and time you click on the website, you look in the Jumbotron, you will see a logo and the flyer for the Grind shooting machine. That's Grind basketball.com. It's going to take you to their website, and you will get a special deal off.
And Jimmy, you can take it to the park.
Yeah. You roll right on there. You roll your basketball.
Right
your basketball will fit in that duffel bag with it.
Yes.
And that means you rock up out of there unscared. You put your tennis shoes in there, your basketball, put your towel in there, and a bottle of Gatorade or some sipping oil, or whatever your preference is.
Y'all better be glad I ain't got no more babies. We'll have 12 of them things around here.
And so that's the ticket. Of course, guys, y'all know. I mean, hopefully, guys, that tomorrow, if you had any questions or follow up for this conversation we just had, feel free to write your questions down, table them, present them to us on tomorrow, and which will be Baby Friday. But meanwhile, it is that time. We are in extreme overtime, but it's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. We appreciate everybody for joining us on the Chop Shop. Yeah. If you haven't done so, I know many of you have. I'm looking at the numbers. Share the show on your way out the door. We need you to share the show. And if you're on Facebook right now, we invite you to please go over to our YouTube page and just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't, it's not, I think they should have called it something else, because subscribe make you think you're obligated or it's going to cost a fee. Nothing like, just, follow our page by touching the subscribe button.
And hit the like button. Everybody on YouTube, hit the like button, because those impressions mean a lot. That means the algorithms are going to send other things like this that you would like to see. So make sure you do that. I see a lot. Hey, Terry Satcher, I see you on the show. Please subscribe to the show. Daniel Cole, please subscribe to it. Don't just watch it. Subscribe to it and share it with your friends. Thank y'all so much, Jimmy.
Indeed. Yeah. Indeed. And do that. And of course, lastly, tonight, the LA Dodgers will be hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. And you saw what happened to the Yankees yesterday. That's why I'm wearing this. And this is not Dodger blue. Your computer, the hue of your computer is off, Rod Wells. This is navy blue. The Dodger blue is royal blue. This is navy blue and white. Because me and Haller got the funeral. We had a funeral earlier for the Yankees. And Haller did. He wanted to do the eulogy, but he just didn't have enough energy, couldn't muster it up. So look at him, them Yankees. How about them Yankees? Tomorrow is Dodger time. I might have a different color blue on tomorrow. I got some raw blue.
How about them White Sox?
They don't play till Thursday, 6 o'clock. I'm gonna catch them Astros. And then since y'all told me Badu gonna be late on the stage, that means I might get the whole Astro game.
Go on, see Erica Badu. I'm going to be up in that chin for them White Sox. I'm going to get me some White Sox.
Badu ain't to 8 something. The Astros start at 6. The baseball game will be over with. Now, the thing is, I just won't be 8. Hey. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the game or not, because that's the whole thing.
What my man, what my name, Thaddeus Moody. Man, I need some White Sox gear. I'm going to White Sox. I want the White Sox. Beat the Astros. Now, where Mindy? I hope.
I ain't never took a gummy in my life. I might take me a gummy before I go.
No, don't take that mess, man. You don't know how it's going to react. Hey, in WNBA action tonight, Jimmy, Chicago can close it out tonight. And Phoenix can close it out tonight.
Phoenix can close it out. Yeah. And so that way now they'll be able to meet each other in the finals. Semifinal action tonight, of course, in the WNBA. And you guys make sure you check that. You have 2 young ladies from Greater Houston that's on the Phoenix Mercury. As Brittany Griner and Brianna Turner. So I'm rooting for the Phoenix Mercury. Ain't no doubt about that. And in regards to that, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm rooting for the White Sox.
And both games on ESPN. Both on ESPN.
Oh yeah, they come right back. They back to back.
And doubleheader. And Las Vegas plays Phoenix at 9 o'clock. So anyway, guys, it's time to get up out of here.
For this time.
Share the show on your way out the door. And yes, Ivan Pettit, I actually got on the scale this morning. I'm feeling good I'm feeling myself right now, Hal. I actually got on the scale. I don't get on the scale like once every 12 days. 10 days or so. I got on the scale this morning.
Justin Fields is QB1. The Chicago Sky, the Chicago White Sox. I'm with Chicago today. Yo, we out of here. I'm with Chicago. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm with Chicago. Now, man, how about that?
All right, guys. Peace. We up out of here. Chop, chop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.